From the roar of the crowd to the roar of the engine, this is Pit Pass.
Here's your host, Ron Fox.
Hello and thanks for tuning in for another edition of Pit Pass right here on WHVL. For the second week in a row, we got some great weather for racing. So we have a show chock full of highlights. Here is what is coming up. Great weather and some great action from Friday night at Dog Hollow Speedway. Then it's on to a return visit to the historic Port Royal Speedway for highlights from their program on Saturday. And with Memorial Day weekend coming up, there are plenty of special events to choose from. We'll take a look. I've been trying to get some highlights from Dog Hollow Speedway. They've either canceled or been rained out each time I've been there. But on Friday night, my trusted production assistant and myself paid a visit to the Strongstown Speedway. We'll start things off with a look at the super late model feature. The race got underway with a front row Billy Esch in the 71 and the 0 Ron Delano Jr. Just behind them, the field stacks up, and although nearly everyone continues on, the caution flies. With everyone back in their original starting positions, Delano takes the lead as they cross the line. We almost have a repeat of the start of the race, but we remain under green as the 32 of Billy Dixon narrowly avoids the 113 of Casey Flegel. However, the yellow flies again, and Esch finds himself being pushed to the pits. We now have the 16 of Dan Lee on the front row as Delano chooses the outer lane. With the race back underway, Dixon and the 14 of Terry Rayco apply pressure on Lee as they battle for third. Not far behind in fifth is Rick Davis in the red 44. Sammy Stahl, who won both of the super late model features he had ran at Dog Hollow this year, works under Davis as they go through 3 and 4. Back in the pack, the 5 of veteran Mike Blows closes on the 38 of Kenny Pettyjohn, while Pettyjohn works on Dwayne Tannehill for position. Near the front, Stahl gets by Rayco to move into the third spot. With 7 laps in the books, we have a restart. Stahl is now up to second, Lee runs third, with Rayco and Dixon rounding out the top 5. Stahl, who started 12th, pressured Delano for the lead for a couple of laps before gaining the position on lap 10. Things got a little crowded for Davis and the 56 of Denton Boyer, causing Boyer to run off in turn 1. After the restart, Pettyjohn first disposes of Dixon, then as they head into turn 3, he closes on Lee before moving up another spot and into third place. While Stahl maintains a comfortable lead, Pettyjohn is right on the tail of Delano as the laps wind down. With 4 to go, a pileup in 1 and 2 collects some of the leaders, including Pettyjohn. Stahl also suffers damage in the incident, and Delano heads to the pits with a flat. Stahl gets a good jump on the restart, with Lee in second and Dixon up to third. Blows tries to take the 4th position from Davis, but slides into the path of Steve Everhart in the yellow 15. Davis eventually takes third from Dixon, then works the inside of Lee down the front stretch. There is a little contact as Davis moves into second. Stahl would hold on to win his 3rd race in 3 tries this season at Dog Hollow. Sammy, congratulations now. You got 3 in a row here, including Marion Center 5. You guys are really on a roll.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's been a blessing. It's just one of those things where you get a new car built and you don't know what you're going to really have, and it's been great right out of the box, and American Race Tires has been great, and we're just tickled.
Now let's talk a little bit about the fact that I guess they're going to put you at the back of the field the next feature?
Yeah, I'll have to start last. So, but you know what? I tell you, that it makes me happy to be in this position. I've never won this many in a row, and you know, I'm not sure if we're going to be here next week. We had some other plans, but during the feature, I get into a little wreck here with 4 to go, and I got a lot of work to do tomorrow if I even want to race tomorrow. So when we get back, we're going to start working on it.
I wasn't able to catch that on video. What did happen there?
2 guys got together and spun, and he was up on the top, and he started drifting down, and track got slick, and I started steering and just kept sliding, and then I ended up smashing him through the side and tore all the body up and bent a couple bars and different things that we're going to have to address.
Well, you mentioned having the new car, but there has to be something more besides just having the new car that's contributing to these wins.
Well, yeah, I mean the tires and and I guess the driving style and just the way the tracks have been. It fits my driving style, but this car here that Rocket built, I mean, I've never had a car that drove like this car. It can go anywhere on the track, and I'm just so happy to be in a Rocket and have American race tires and have great people around me.
I was going to say, you had your work cut out for you. You had to start 12th, so it obviously worked pretty well.
Yeah, it was good. I knew I had a good car right from the beginning, but I just wanted to be patient because, to start, that's where things happen. And my main goal is to take the car home in one piece. If I can finish, make a buck, and take it home and make my life easier, because we do work, have jobs every day, that's my main goal. But, we won tonight, but we tore it up, but we'll get her back together.
The top 5 in the super late models looks like this. Sammy Style the winner, with Rick Davis second. Third went to Mike Bloss. Dan Lee was fourth, with Dwayne Tannehill in fifth. On a side note, Sammy Style went on to win the super late model race at Marion Center on Saturday. That makes him 3 for 3 at both Dog Hollow and Marion Center this season. Here's what we have coming up next on Pit Pass. The sleepy little town of Port Royal roared to life on Saturday night. Sprints, late models, and a special race for the Pro Stocks, all coming up on the show. Stay with us.
When you think golf carts, think Jake's Custom Golf Carts. With over 300 stock and lifted carts at their shop, you'll find the cart you need or have Jake's build one to your specs. Custom airbrushing, lift kits, sport shifters, rear seats. You name it, with the expertise and craftsmanship people have come to expect from Jake's. Come see for yourself why Jake's is the nation's premier golf cart provider. Jake's Golf Carts, Route 522 McVeigh Town. Online at jakesgolfcarts.com.